from the twaddle. On David Mitchell's team tonight, a TV star who presents Dancing on Ice, a show which takes celebrities and teaches them how to cope with 2 broken legs. It's Holly Wilby. And a singer who hasn't come on the show with his 7-piece band, as that would be madness. It's Suggs. Tonight, a legendary comedian who used to be a solicitor. He still charges by the minute, so we better crack on. It's Bob Mortimer. And a TV presenter who once wrote a recipe book for children covering the whole range of kids' meals. That's right, fish fingers and beans on toast. It's Angelica Bell. So to round 1, home truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before, they have no idea what they'll be faced with, and it's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Holly is first up tonight.
Okay, mine says possession.
Now, there is a box on the floor under the desk. Take the item out of the box and pop it onto the desk, then please read the card.
Okay. Sit you there, little guy.
Are you talking to me?
No. Right, this is Jeff. Every Thursday, our floor manager hides him somewhere on the set of This Morning for me and Philip to find during the show. The first one to spot him is the winner.
Wow, Lee's team.
What's his name again?
Jeff. Little Jeff.
It's hidden before the show, and you search for him during the show.
During the ad breaks, we have to find him.
Oh, it's only during the breaks. It's never...
Well, to be honest, depending on who I'm interviewing, sometimes I'll get a bit bored. I'll have a little look around to see if I can see Jeff.
You've interviewed me on This Morning.
I found him so fast that day.
Who finds him the most? You or Philip?
It's pretty even, Stevens. We've been doing it for so long, and actually, I mean, I've been there 12 years, and little Jeff is a lot older than that.
Can we have a look at little Jeff?
Yes.
Let little Rob take little Jeff over there. I'll say this. I look huge next to Jeff.
Jeff is a very disturbing-looking dog.
Yeah.
I know.
Jeff is the kind of thing you'd see in a horror film.
Yeah.
Can you face Jeff towards us? Ooh, Jeff's horrible.
Where's the most obscure place you found Jeff?
Well,
That's a question that you need context.
the longest Jeff has gone missing was for 2 weeks. And we couldn't find Jeff on set. We couldn't find Jeff anywhere. And there was a teapot on the shelves, and Jeff was squished inside the teapot.
But the thing is, there must be times when you've accidentally found him whilst you're on air.
Never.
Never cropped up.
Jeff has never, ever made it on air. In fact, I had to get special sort of dispensation to get Jeff on telly today because he's a real This Morning.
Oh, he's not exclusive to ITV? Because we couldn't get Philip Schofield. We tried. No, I'm just saying, on another series. That's all I meant. That's all I meant.
Ollie, whenever I've been in that studio, there's hardly anything in there apart from where the presenters are.
Yeah.
It's just a bare, barren studio for the cameras to fall apart.
No, there is loads in there.
Well, not when I've been on it. Maybe they think I'm going to steal things.
There's quite a lot of places. Like, there's loads of shelves, there's windows.
I don't know that there's 12 years worth of places.
Well, there's lots of different cushions. There are repeat offenders, you know.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we haven't got 15 years of guests. Sometimes we have to keep bringing people back.
Okay, so what are you going to say then?
Angelica?
I think it could be true.
I've got the killer question, and I know the answer to this. Who is the most delighted when they find it, you or Philip?
Me.
I thought that is true then. Because you look like the kind of person who where Philip would just sort of go, whatever. I've got second-hand cars to sell. It's true then, shall we?
You're going to say it's true. Okay, Holly, little Jeff. Truth or lie?
Well, little Jeff, what is it? It's a lie.
Yes, lie. Holly doesn't hunt for Jeff on the set of This Morning. Bob, you're next.
On a dark winter's night, I once broke into the garden of the local witch's house and was shocked by what I found there.
David, Steve. Okay, at what point...
There's a lot of questions.
At what point in your life did this happen?
I'm going to guess somewhere between when I was 11 and 13.
12?
I'm going to say 12.
And you say the local witch's house. What do you mean by that?
I mean, this is a very distant memory now. It was the house not very far from me where all the kids said that the witch lived.
And who did live there?
I don't know their name.
Right.
I'll call them Mary Candles. It had hedges at the front, you know, with like uncut hedges, a front gate covered with hedging, and it said on the front gate, it said simply the words, "No thanks."
No.
Really? So that's quite creepy, isn't it?
Can I ask a question? You started that with saying you were shocked by what you saw there.
Yes. So shocked by what I found there.
And what did you find there?
I'm not comfortable with telling you that just yet.
This is going so far, it's got to be a lie, isn't it?
Let me just say, it does not have to be a lie. Whatever he says, however absurd, it could still be true. However plausible, it could still be a lie. Essentially, what we are doing for this section is entirely futile. We will talk for a bit, then we will guess, and then it will be over.
Come to go into this house, who were you with?
I was with, what's he called? I was with Ken Numbers. Chase, is it? Yeah. Ronnie Calculator's son. The vibe is, it's very unkempt, it's the gardening, because as we all know, Lee, witches hate gardening, wizards hate plumbing. So we knew it was a female residence.
Right. So you've never seen Mary Candles, but you're only speculating it must be a witch rather than a wizard because it was an unkempt garden with no sign of deficient plumbing.
Exactly. You know, we wanted to be the first people who said, no, we penetrated, you know, its boundaries.
Yeah.
We went into the front lawn, down a gate to the side, past the bins, past the back door, and then to the window where there was a light on, a big picture window, looked inside, and that's when we saw this extraordinary sight. Well, extraordinary to us as 12-year-olds.
What was it? You've got to say.
It was a tiny horse. I'm not saying it was watching television, that was all that was in the room. It was a tiny horse and a television on. I didn't get in the house.
You got in the house?
Yes, Mrs. Candles came out.
Right.
Yes, and she said to me, "You're one of the Mortimer boys, aren't you?"
Were you?
Yeah. So Ken said. And she said, "Would you like to come in and see the horse?" And she took us in, and it stank of paraffin. It was hot.
The horse?
No, well, the house.
I was over the horse stunk
The
of
horse
paraffin.
did stink, actually.
Did he?
Yeah.
Of?
Meat, hot meat. As we were looking at the horse, I always remember this. She came in, and she had a toilet seat in her hand. And she said, "If I give you some money, do you think you could get rid of this for me?"
What did she do with it?
Just threw it in on our way home, just threw it somewhere else, I imagine.
Did she say what the horse's name was?
Max.
You'd have thought minimum.
What are you thinking about this?
I mean, you know, it's so preposterous, but David's flung me by saying this is the way it carries on anyway. I mean, but no, I'm saying lie.
You say it's a lie.
It was when you said the horse smelt like hot meat.
Well, do you remember the detail of the paraffin heaters?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We're talking 40, maybe 50 degrees there with those old...
We're 40 or 50 degrees centigrade. So we took like the temperature of the desert in Saudi Arabia.
Did you ever see Mary Candles again?
No, never.
Never saw her again?
Never saw her again.
She probably melted in that heat.
say then, David?
Do we think
I think it's a lie. I think it's a lie.
I think it is a lie.
All right, they're saying it's a lie. Now, we should bear in mind that when it comes to Bob, David has a very poor track record. Let's see if he can be better tonight. Bob, truth or lie?
I was telling the truth.
It's true. Bob really did break into a creepy garden. Suggs, you're next.
I only found out Madness were trying to replace me when I saw an advert looking for a new singer.
Right.
Oh, what era of Madness?
Quite early on, 78 this was.
Oh, so you'd had no hits at this point?
No, definitely not.
Was there a good feeling in the band, or were you thinking there might be something up? So
Well, it wasn't until I saw the advert. I thought it was going great. Yeah, I was very surprised. Yeah,
You thought it must be love, yeah?
That's very good. But it turned out to be a bit of an embarrassment.
Yeah! I'm enjoying it even if you're not.
Is that another one of those songs?
I saw this advert.
Where was it, by the way, the advert?
It was in a music paper called Melody Maker.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was just looking through that, and I saw an advert that said, "Semi-professional North London band seek professionally minded singer."
Why risk letting you know by putting the name Madness in the advert?
Well, this is it. They didn't
They
put the
didn't?
name in.
Oh, so how did you find out?
Because I seen the keyboard player's phone number at the bottom. So I went to a phone box and I
You
called him up.
didn't. You actually found him.
What happened was I put on a posh voice, as you would, you know.
Oh,
and I
please
said,
do it. Please do it.
I said, "Hello, Mike. I'm a bit of a singer. I'm inquiring about the job in your band.
Then he's thinking rock and roll.
Just out of interest, what's happened to the old one?" He said, we couldn't keep him no more. He wasn't taking it seriously. He was going to football on Saturdays instead of coming to rehearsals.
Was that true?
And that was true.
And so how did the conversation then carry on?
"You absolute rotter," I said. And he said, "Oh, is that you, Suggs? Listen, we could do with you back in the band, actually, playing drums." I said, "Well, what's happened to John, the drummer?" He said, "Oh, no, he's auditioning for singer." And they got a couple of gigs with a new singer, and then he left. And with a few gigs imminent, it turns out I was the only one who knew the words, so they had to ask me back.
How long after that incident were you on Top of the Pops?
Well, we were on Top of the Pops in 1979, so it
Wow.
wasn't that long. Yeah,
God.
so things
And you
picked up.
almost left the band?
No, they almost chucked me out.
Well, I was being nice.
Thank you.
So what do you think, Angelica? Is that the truth?
I think it could be true. Especially, when new bands get together and they're ambitious, they want to make it big.
Oh, that's a tricky one.
You think it's true?
Happy to go true.
Oh, go on.
Go on, we'll say
Let's say
true.
it's true. Okay. Was it true or was it a lie?
It was, in fact, true.
Our next round is called This Is Mine, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. It's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Mario. So, Angelica, what is Mario to you?
This is Mario. He's the builder I accidentally exposed myself to.
Bob, how do you know Mario?
This is Mario. He's my pest controller. I got to know him when he was doing a big job for me, and ever since he's been sending me photos of massive rats.
Okay, finally, Lee, what is your relationship with Mario?
This is Mario, and we got into a row because he thought I was honking him, when in fact I was on my way to the garage to fix my faulty horn.
David's team, where will you begin?
Angelica, so you accidentally exposed yourself to Mario, is that right?
So, moved into the house and it needed lots of work doing. The builders were in different parts of the house. So it's one of those things where if you had to have a bath or a shower, you had to take everything with you. So have it, and I came out of the bath and I forgot my towel. So peeked out the bathroom, thought coast is clear, ran into the bedroom, and I thought, phew, I made it.
Yeah.
And Mario was standing in there.
Oh no!
Also naked. This is her practicing her alibi to her husband.
Now, what did she say?
Nothing for about 10 seconds.
What did he say?
Nothing for about 10 seconds.
So there's 10 seconds of silence. You're naked. He isn't.
He's not
he
naked.
Isn't.
He's not
How
naked.
naked are you?
Everything was on show.
Why didn't you just run straight back into the bathroom? Why did you freeze?
You know when you have that moment of shock? I just stood there. I didn't even cover.
It's all sounding very suspicious, isn't it?
I was like,
I haven't seen it again. Oh.
it was, you know, like when you see films.
That's 10 seconds. That's great.
It's quite a long time.
So what happened?
I think I walked slowly out.
You walked up. You haven't got the towel.
Because what?
What are you going to do? You walk straight out. What, then go down to the builder and say, he's seen it, you might as well.
All right, who's next?
Bob, what was the pest control situation that Mario initially had to resolve for you?
It was moths.
Whereabouts?
It was in my, not quite...
Wallet. Proper old school.
It's like a half basement. It's where I store everything. Lots of bags of clothes that we, haven't thrown out. Mario came round to sort it out, and it ain't easy.
Where's the rats coming?
Yeah,
'Cause
where
you
did
said
you-
rats, didn't you?
I got talking to Mario, and he showed me a picture of a rat.
I mean, just like you do, sort of, just as you're chatting, it won't tell you.
I'm
There's
absolutely
a picture of a rat.
If you saw the picture,
Yeah.
you'd show it to anyone.
Why, is it a big rat?
Oh, wow, it looks like it's this big.
Yeah.
No, that's just him doing that, hold it, towards the camera thing.
Yeah.
So it looks massive. And he was a bit offended by this. So subsequently, with his company, Rats All Folks. He had a very normal name. Murder She Roach. But he didn't like me doubting him.
And
So
how
now
big-
whenever he gets a whopper,
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite rat picture he sent you?
yeah, I won't let you see it, but wait. Have a look at this one, Lee.
Wow. That's quite something. That is genuinely shocking, and not sure that's legal, Bob.
Alrighty, now Lee.
Lee. Okay, Lee. Remind us of your story.
So this is Mario, and we had a row because he thought I was honking him, when in fact I was on my way to the garage to fix my faulty horn.
So the fault was that it wouldn't stop honking.
Yeah, it was honking randomly.
So it was sort of going off at different times. You didn't know when it was going to honk. And
Correct,
it was sometimes on.
correct.
And how many times did it go off when you were behind him?
I'd say at least a dozen. Sometimes it was a... Sometimes it was a...
So how did the fight break out?
Well, we had a row, not a fight. I'm not an animal. So we were driving along, and he's in front of me, and I'm probably a little bit too close to him, which was my mistake. But it went, and I sort of went, it's very hard to mime. I'm sorry, there's something wrong with my horn. Well, actually, there is a way of doing it. But, so I could see him looking every time it went, and I was going, it's all fine, But it just, and eventually he stops in the road, and I couldn't get past him, and he gets out of the car, and he approaches me.
Oh.
I opened the window, and I thought, I better keep this up. So I just went, look, I'm sorry, mate, but... I've caught this off there.
He came around, you opened the window.
I didn't do that, because it's not 1986,
No,
David.
no.
And that was annoying, because you won't believe the noise it made when I opened the window.
Tell us what happens then.
So he then said,
He appears to have a problem.
I said, I'm beeping you because my horn is broken. It does it for no apparent reason. Don't you beep me, mate. I'll give you what for.
Yeah.
At this point, he grabs me and he says, you do that one more time, mate. You do that one more time, and I'll be straight back.
Given that he was that aggressive to you, you seem very relaxed being this close to you.
Yeah, but I did insist on the screens. Because that's how we first met. If I did that now, they'd go down and he'd attack me.
Okay, we need an answer. So, is Mario Angelica's blushing builder, Bob's pest controller pal, or Lee's road rager?
Well, I mean, I'm tempted to eliminate Lee quite
It
early
did
on.
start falling to pieces.
I think Angelica's sounds like a real possibility. Like, that is something that could easily happen, I reckon.
What's difficult is the 10 seconds, isn't it? Let's be fair. I mean, you just scream and run away.
I scream when I see my own reflection naked. yeah, absolutely.
You wouldn't stand there for 10
I just
seconds.
have to tell my wife, cover the mirrors once more.
I also reckon you quite like getting rat pictures.
Yeah. Who would you stay in contact with? Someone you flashed at, or someone who sends you pictures of rats? And
Yeah.
I think it's more likely to be Bob myself.
Oh, God, I think it's Angelica.
Do you?
Oh, no,
I know,
please
sorry.
agree.
I'm
Or
sorry.
I'll have to think.
I know. I'm sorry.
Alright,
I'm sorry.
alright.
Go with Bob.
Yeah.
You want to go with Bob,
I-
don't you?
I just want to be right. Sometimes I really don't care, but on this moment I want to be
I
right.
thought this show was a bit of fun.
So did I. Okay, we're gonna go for Bob. There we go.
Saying it's Bob.
Gonna go for
It's
Bob.
Bob. You're saying it's
Can we get it over with?
Okay, we're going for Bob. Mario, would you please reveal your true identity?
Hi, I'm Mario, and Angelica accidentally exposed
Mario is Angelica's blushing builder. Thank you very much, Mario.
Genuinely just showed me a picture of a man holding a huge rat.
Why?
I've got lots of pictures of rats.
Can we just settle this once and for all? Angelica, have you got any photographic evidence?
Which brings us to our final round, quick fire lies, and we start with it's David.
To keep things exciting at home, every time I fill our tin with normal tea bags, I slip in one Earl Grey, knowing it could surprise me at any time.
Please, Steve.
Oh, it's for your own interest, not for the surprise of your wife.
Well, it could. I mean, she could be surprised by it also.
Do you put a normal tea bag in with the Earl Grey and let it brew, or is it in
No, it's in the tin of
It's
tea
in the
bags.
tin?
I
Okay.
fill the tin of tea bags with normal tea bags, but with one Earl Grey tea bag in the mix. Give it a little bit of a...
This is David's version of an adrenaline sport.
It's not for the flavour.
Oh,
It's for the surprise element.
that's it.
Yeah,
It's as dull as it sounds.
What you've got to remember is I'm quite an uninteresting person, and I've been doing this program since 2006. So, you know, this is all we've got now.
The question is, when you sip it and it's Earl Grey,
Yeah.
is it a pleasant surprise or damn? Because you obviously don't like it, otherwise you'd drink it.
No, absolutely. Do you know what I think overall, and I'm sorry to make this even more boring than it is already, but
It's
overall...
impossible.
Overall, it is a neutral experience because I don't like the Earl Grey tea as much, and yet the surprise element brings it up to the same level as a normal cup of tea.
80 bags, box of Earl Grey. You could probably work it out, Lee. Is that 80 weeks that you'll have to have that box of Earl Grey?
How many cups of tea are you drinking a day?
Oh, I mean, loads. 5 to 8.
So, so you get into a box of tea bags every 10 days.
Every 10 days.
Takes a long time to get through a box of Earl Grey, although
The
sometimes...
Earl Grey's, hang on, the Earl Grey's almost 3 years old. By the time you've got to the last Earl Grey. And at no point, when you put
You're interested now, aren't you? You're raging.
I'm
3
interested
years
because-
old, David.
Because at the end, when you put your last Earl Grey in,
Yeah.
and that box is empty,
Yeah.
where most normal people would then go, that's probably enough.
Yeah.
You'll go, I think I'll go again. New 3-year cycle. It's a 3-year commitment each time.
The thing you have to remember, sometimes people come round to the house, and if you could believe that, you'll believe anything.
But they don't ever leave.
And ask for Earl Grey.
Yeah,
And then I'm just willing to take one from the Earl Grey
Yeah,
box.
but what if you've run out and it was your final one in the thing? Oh my God!
It's disaster. It's never happened. Obviously, what a frantic and exciting scene.
Welcome to an Earl Grey, but you may have to.
You find it!
To find it! No, you're not going to! They're tied to the radiator in the cellar. Let us go!
Okay, time to decide. Lee, what are you going to say?
I believe David is capable of doing this. He needs that little thrill.
You know I need excitement in my life.
You need excitement, but this is a lot of...
It's not exciting.
So you're saying it's a lie. David?
It was, in fact, a lie.
Next. It's Holly.
Oh. Even though I could see the DVD on the shelf, I once paid $6.99 to rent a movie because I couldn't be bothered to get off the sofa.
Lee's team.
What was the DVD, Holly?
It was 50 Shades of Grey.
No!
Yeah, it was.
I've seen 50 Shades of Grey. Isn't that the one with the plumber and Angelica?
Yes.
Oh no, I appear to have done it again. I must run immediately.
You're sat on the sofa, the
So I'm
DVD's
sat on
on
the
the shelf.
sofa.
How far away is the shelf?
It's not that far away, really, but I just literally sat down. The kids are in bed. I've got a glass of wine. I've got a blanket. Dan was working, and I was like, right.
It's funny because when I watched 50 Shades of Grey, I had a blanket as well. I just as cold as heating was broke. Tried to phone a plumber, but he was in hospital.
I couldn't be bothered to get it, and also the other thing, that it was like a double whammy of not being bothered because A, it was over there, and B, our DVD player is kind of in like a hub thing a bit further up, so it's not just as simple as getting the DVD.
Yeah.
Walking,
Okay.
I've got to go up the stairs.
Yeah.
The kids are upstairs. I've got to put it in there.
Oh,
and
listen,
I just thought,
don't worry, it sounds brutal. Especially for you, you're working upwards of 2 hours a day. It's exhausting.
Right, what do we think? Is Holly telling the truth?
What do you think?
I think she's lying.
You think she's lying?
I think it's the truth.
Sorry. There's something about Holly that makes me think it might be true.
You're going to say true? Okay. Holly, was it true? Or was it a lie?
it is in fact a lie.
It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that Lee's team has won by 4 points to 2. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.